Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Adventure Time, Season 6, Episodes 37 through 40. So yeah, we're suddenly jumping up to 4 episodes here. I know that may seem like maybe a little confusing, maybe a little like out of place, but we're kind of doing it to close out the season. It's not that I want to get it over with earlier or anything, yada yada, that kind of stuff. It's more that I do want to get back to OKKO. And honestly, I kind of want to get to what this season's getting towards, you know? I'm interested in what this season's been building up to. So I kind of want to just see what that's about. And I thought it's probably a fair idea to just do 4 episodes here and then do the last 3 episodes together. So yeah, that is what we're doing. As usual though, I don't know what to expect at all. I don't know how this is going to go, so we're just going to have to take it as it does. I am definitely still excited to see what happens though, and hopefully we get some good episodes in here. But with Adventure Time, it's always just kind of, you know, just a toss-up. Because some episodes are good, some episodes are bad, some are just weird as fuck. Because Adventure Time. So we'll just have to kind of see. But yeah, so we're just going to get this going, see what it has in store for us, and hope for the best, really. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. This series continues to throw me so far off, it's not funny. Like, sometimes Adventure Time has episodes that are just fucking weird for the sake of being fucking weird. And sometimes there's episodes that are like, okay, this is actually pretty fun and interesting and cool. And then sometimes it just throws an episode at you that is so insane, so lore-filled, so heavily important, that it kind of just, you can't comprehend it because it feels so out of place. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it feels so out of place because it's like, it's so sudden when it happens. You never have any warning. When it's just going to suddenly give you an episode that's like so exceptionally just off the rails like that. And the funny thing is, there were 2 of those in this set. So let's talk about all 4 of these. Water park prank. Why did it have a different art style? Like, that threw me off, like, very much so. It's like, I know that there's certain Adventure Time episodes with a different art style and everything, but it's like, I don't feel like that episode really needed one. Like, this was the most normal Adventure Time episode of this bunch. It was very just classic Adventure Time. Finn and Jake are deciding to go to a water park. They end up separating because Finn forgot his change of clothes at home for after the water park. And on his way back, he runs into Princess Bubblegum and eventually the orangutan princess, which I guess is a character all of a sudden. And he, with Princess Bubblegum's help, saves Princess Orangutan from the sadness thing. I don't remember what they were called. These little sadness leeches, basically, that you could just shake off. They're easy to shake off. But the problem is they make you so sad that you don't want to shake them off. Bubblegum ends up helping him. Everything is resolved with that, and they go to the water park. Bubblegum is teaching swimming lessons at the water park, but it mostly focuses on Finn and Jake, who pull a prank on Ice King, who's threatening to freeze the park. And that's pretty much it. They pull the prank on Ice King, get him kicked out for life. That's the episode. It's super simple. It's super just slice of lifey. Not much of anything is actually happening in it. And then we get the next 3 episodes. 38 and 40 are super important. 39 has hints of it, but not as much as the other 2. 38 is You Forgot Your Floaties. When I saw the title of this, I'm like, wait, are we still at the water park? That's literally where my mind went, because it's like the title kind of would imply that almost. Instead, the title seems to have nothing to do with the episode. Like, it's actually really out of place. I don't get it. Because Finn and Jake are trying to get Grob Gob Glob Grod's helmet. I actually have it listed here. I had to look at it to remember it. But the helmet, since, they died. The helmet fell to Ooh, and they were trying to get it, but Betty is back and has gotten it instead. They follow Betty, finding out that she's working with Magic Man. Magic Man turns them into brunch, because of course Magic Man does. And then we see that these two are planning on using some kind of science transference device to basically make Magic Man into the new Grob. It's not entirely stated why. I mean, Grob is Magic Man's brother, but that's all we really know about it. We don't really know why he wants to do this or take over or make it rain on Mars. But he does, and Betty's helping him for some reason. But I guess because she brought a picture of Margles with her, that affected how things went, and they're in this dreamscape sequence where she becomes Margles, and Magic Man kind of has to deal with his past and with what happened with his wife and everything, and how he's tried to bring her back and everything before. And even how he created this AI, basically, named after and in the form of her. And it was like a weapon to stop this other cosmic entity. And in the end, it caused Magic Man. Let's be fair. It caused Magic Man to become who he is. And then everything just goes wrong with the procedure. Betty somehow gets Magic Man's powers from it, goes completely insane, and Magic Man is just normal. While Finn and Jake, who have been baked into bread, because whatever, are now being taken by a tiny manticore to Magic City to get turned back to normal. Obviously, with the return of Betty, with Magic Man losing his powers to her, with just everything about, Grob and this other cosmic entity and stuff, which had a name similar, I just don't remember exactly what it was. It's like, oh yeah, this is obvious. Jeepus. I accidentally kicked the my webcam's stand. But as I was saying, with all of this going on, it's like, obviously this is very important. All of this is going to be important. That cosmic entity that was creepy as fuck looking, obviously very important. Maybe this has to do with the comet. But yeah, it's like everything in this episode very much important. So we're just going to kind of have to see how it comes back. And I'm just wondering, like, what's Magic Man's character going to be like after this? And what about Betty? Like, she had been trying to find a way to help Simon, but now she's insane. So what is going to happen? I guess we'll have to see. Then we had 39. Like I said, this one had some important stuff in it, but it wasn't, like, entirely so. So LSP is being LSP, gets into a fight with a raccoon over some fried chicken because, sure. And ends up getting a call from Tree Trunks. My mind blanked there. Gets a call from Tree Trunks to babysit Sweet Pea. Though I don't know why the fuck Tree Trunks would think of calling LSP, but whatever. LSP gladly accepts and uses the opportunity to kind of take advantage of everything. After feeding Sweet Pea, she kind of locks him in his room and just starts, enjoying the luxuries of Tree Trunks and Mr. Pig's house. Taking a bath, enjoying some music, eating some food. Basically just doing things that she normally doesn't, since she lives in the woods, typically. Sweet Pea ends up escaping during this time and getting into trouble, just, trying to find someone who will be sweet to him, but ends up getting taken in by the police because of, causing trouble. LSP ends up having to try and find him after getting into another fight with the raccoon. And she eventually does, and we find out she actually does remember everything she was told, and actually does end up, in the end, taking surprisingly fairly good care of Sweet Pea. Although she, because of the raccoon and everything, did destroy the house. In the end, she's kicked out, probably will never be babysitting Sweet Pea again. And Sweet Pea tells his parents about a recurring dream regarding the comet. And that's the important part of this episode. A recurring dream in regards to the comet and everything. And again, they're really hammering in that this is happening, that they're going towards this. It's like, yes, we get it. Like, it even blatantly mentions, it's like, oh, there was a fake comet, this bearded man. It's like Finn's dad. So it's like, yeah, there is still a real comet coming and everything. So it's like, okay, we know. So that episode was mostly just kind of a random Adventure Time story. It wasn't bad, just most of it wasn't important. Just the end, basically. Then we get to episode 40. Orgalorg. The episode that kind of broke my brain. So the Gunters lure Ice King into having some cheesecake, basically. They have booby trapped the cheesecake with a gas grenade that will put him to sleep. And at first it looks like he's not going to eat it, but the main Gunter eventually forces him to, causing him to, go to sleep. They bring him to his bed and decide to throw a house party. Look, there's no other reason they did this, just a house party. LSP is there, some others are there, and they're betting on. Are those walruses? I think they were walruses. On some walrus racing or whatnot. And LSP ends up being LSP and is almost eaten by one. Gunter has to save her, then Gunter is almost eaten by one. Gunter is saved, but ends up cracking his skull literally open on some ice when being saved from the walrus. And his brain literally starts spilling out. And it's like, oh my god. But that's not the what the fuck part of this episode, surprisingly enough. Because after that, Gunter does some kind of ritual using these wooden cutouts and everything, one of which is clearly supposed to be Abraham Lincoln, and then some other forms and stuff, and communicates with a planet far off away, where these alien creatures worship this cosmic entity, this primordial cosmic entity named Orgolorg. And it's revealed that in the past, Orgolorg tried to steal the energy from the comet, but was taken out by Abraham Lincoln and banished to Oo, where the gravity of the planet compressed its form into Gunter, as well as locked away its memories of itself. The main Gunter is literally a primordial cosmic entity. The fuck? I in the end, it looked like, I don't know, the Gunter side of it tried to fight back, and eventually it's back to being Gunter again. But I mean, beyond obviously, this is exceptionally important to the series. I just don't fucking know how. I don't know what this means, what this is going to mean. Is he going to return at some point in full Orgolorg? Is he gonna be like this massive cosmic threat that somehow our heroes are gonna have to defeat? Even more dangerous than the Lich? Like, what is this implying? Obviously, do not tell me. Do not spoil this shit for me. But, like we see everything that Gunter did since arriving on Earth throughout all of human history. And it's just like Gunter was just there, and it's because it's an immortal cosmic being, and it's okay. We now have a couple cosmic entities that are being foreshadowed here. The one that was foreshadowed in the Magic Man episode, and now Orgolorg. This shit is coming back. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know how. Oh, so many questions. I genuinely just do not understand where this is going. I have this is kind of a big deal. And it's not even the finale. We still have 3 more episodes of this season. Like, what the fuck? I'm just glad that I guess future seasons of this have shorter episodes. Let me see exactly how many here. Or, not shorter episodes, but a shorter amount of episodes, I should say. A shorter episode, yeah. I know what I mean. Like around 26 episodes each or so. Something like that. Trying to find the exact numbers here. Yeah, okay. So seasons 7 and 8 have 26 and 27 episodes, and then respectively. And then seasons 9 and 10 are 14 and 16 episodes respectively. So the episode counts are going down overall. And so that's going to be a really good thing. Because hopefully that means they're going to get to the point a little more. Because these past 2 seasons, 5 and 6, have had way too many episodes. 52 and 43 respectively. It's just too damn many. Like, season 5 took a year and a half to air. From November of 2012 to March of 2014. And it was over a year for season 6 as well. And that's just too long. Though, to be fair, apparently season 10, with only 16 episodes, took almost a year to air too, somehow. I guess just Cartoon Network was spreading the episodes out or something. I don't know. Like, season 9 had 14, and that was 14 weeks, I think. That one was actually naturally set there like that. I don't know what was going on with season 10. I don't know what the deal is. Don't tell me. But yeah. But I'm glad for that, because that means it might get straight to the point, a lot less filler episodes. So we'll get to things a little quicker that way. But it's just after these episodes, it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? What the fuck am I supposed to talk about? Like, I need to know where this is going. You know? But we'll figure it out. Again, no spoilers. I do not want to be spoiled on this. But for the meantime, we will finish out season 6 next week. Then we'll go back to OKKO. We will get to season 7 at some point in the future, but we're not going to get to it right away, obviously. At some point. In the meantime, though, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of these episodes of Adventure Time? And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.